going to say flip the jacket. That's all.
Okay.
But you're good. So, after listening to you talk about that book, we have another book, and I think this is your new one.
Yes, that's my
So this book is called In the Spirit, Hear. Well, I'm sorry, In the Spirit, See, Hear, and Know by Diane Jackson.
Yeah.
So this book, why was you inspired to write that book?
I was inspired to write that book to help those that have dreams, people that may see things that they don't understand what it means. So to give them an understanding, some type of understanding. Now, I don't know everything, because we know God don't give everybody everything. But what he have given me, I share with the others. But that book, I wrote it to help people that have dreams, that have vision, that maybe sometimes people just see certain things in the spirit. So it deals with, I have something dealing with dreams that people from A to Z, like.
When you say dreams, and I just want to emphasize, because some people may be listening and they're saying, well, what is she talking about? She's talking about dreams and visions. And so is she talking about, I'm just saying, a psychic or anything? So maybe explain to them the spiritual aspect of it that you're referring to, those who have these types of dreams and vision.
Okay, the spiritual is like when you go to sleep at night and you have a dream. Okay, they are like dreams could be prophetic. Dreams, we can have thought dreams. We can have prophetic dream where God is speaking to us in the dream, showing us something, a vision that when we go to sleep at night, I'm not talking about a dream like we dream to become something one day or have a dream, but I'm talking about a dream in the spirit realm where you go to sleep at night and you may say, I had a dream, such and such a thing happened. That's what I'm talking about. Or I seen certain things in the dream. So certain things took place in the dream. So I just give just some understanding of what, certain things may mean in a dream. That's when I say dream, that's what I'm talking about in the spirit realm. And some may not understand, but we know the Bible say in the last day he's going to pour out his spirit on all flesh, and our sons and daughters will prophesy. Our old men will dream dreams, and our young men will have vision. Well, so we do. Dreams is something that God came up with. It's not psychic. We know the psychic can get in stuff. And we know the enemy can get in. There's people that have, dreams that terrify them, that can be come from demon. And then some dreams, it could be from God, because somebody, the Lord had them to tell me about a dream, and they was like kind of frightened. But then as we talked about the dream, it wasn't until God was speaking. So that's why it's important that if you have a dream, to ask somebody to give you. And we're not talking because the world got their own way of interpreting. They have their own dream book. But we're talking about in God, what God is saying in the dream to us or concerning someone else.
And so that was one of the reasons why you wrote the book, In the Spirit, See, Hear, and Know. So people who are having these dreams, or people who just wanted a better understanding, they can look at this book. Wow. So I'm loving the fact that it seems like each book is a part of who you are. First book you talked about was the authentic, the
authentic, validated prophet.
So that's part of who you are. Then we have Hannah, silly woman loving a man. That's part of who you are. Then the book on adultery, you experienced that. Then you're a person who have dreams and vision, and you actually have a school. So I wanted you to talk about, you have the school called International School of the Prophets?
Yes, I have the International School of the Prophets, where we train prophetic people. We train them. We help stir the gifts up in them. We have the school up in East Orange. At 576 Central Avenue, room suite 204, every Monday night from 7:30 to 9:30, which Prophetess Wendy Hibbert runs the school for me. So, it really helps people. It helps pull out the gifts that's in them. Because people have gifts, and sometimes they need understanding, or they have that fear of going forth, or they may be under a leader that will not allow them. So there we help them to pull that gift and give them an understanding, and not be afraid, because sometimes people are afraid to say or speak. So it helped give them boldness and courage.
Yes, that's true. And because they have a different type of setting. You know, they may be in a location where maybe their gift is not understood, or someone's not able to teach on their gift. So now they're coming to your location, International School of the Prophets. As you was talking, I was thinking about everything that you're doing, and we have so many leaders right now that are doing so many things, but some of them are doing so much, but they're not balancing, and they're being hit with so many things because they're pouring out, and then you hear about them maybe becoming mentally ill, some of them wanting to commit suicide, some of them wanting to give up. What would you say to a person who, because you in the spirit, you are a person that's doing so much, and what would you say to someone to be balanced, that because they are coming under attack in so many different areas? Many women, men, girls, and boys call on you all the time. But so you're constantly pouring out. You can easily become drained. You're an author. You're writing about some of your experience. But how does Prophetess Diane Jackson deal with all that when she feels like she's at a point where now everything's becoming too much?
Okay, I do have me some me time.
Yes, okay. I love that.
Some me time, because people will drain you. So leaders got to know how to come apart. Even Jesus said, let us come apart and rest a while. So, and the Lord wants us to follow, leaders to follow that same pattern. And it's good where leaders have somebody to pour out to. And know how to separate themselves from the people and not allow themselves to become drained. So I come and then I get prayer. I call people to ask them to pray for me, because we come under attack, and leaders come under great attack. So they got to know, and they got to have a trusted person that they can call and pray, and then pour back into them. Leaders need to be poured back in, where it's only God can handle everything. We can, as a people, we do our part, and then we have to give the people to God. And definitely, leaders definitely need somebody that they can that can pour into them, and that they can come and empty out to. And I believe that will help a lot of leaders from going into that, some of them, the deep depression. Going to the point they want to stop, give up. Some of them, you know, we hear about it later, and then people like, oh my God, this leader, you know, decided to he or she wanted to end their life. Or we have what they call leaders that they said they're teaching, but they're bleeding, meaning that whatever they haven't dealt with, sometimes it comes across in the way they are teaching, because they have a lot of hurt or pain that they're internally. So we have to recognize, like you said, as a leader, what you said, that me time, that prayer time, when you have to get away from everyone, because many people are pulling. And how do you find out, like when you have so much that you're doing, and as a leader, I'm asking, and people are pulling on you, how do you find out who you are in the midst of that? Because many people are telling you they love you or they like what you do, but how do you know who you are in God? Let me think now. Well, I know who I am in the Lord, praise God, in spite of what people, because people will say one thing and people will mean another thing. But one thing, I thank God for the Holy Ghost to encourage me. And I know who I am by, in me serving the Lord, I learned who I am. I learned who I am. I know what is required of me. I know what I can do and what I can't do. I know my limitation. So as a person, I have to know my limitation, what I can handle and what I can't handle. I don't let people pressure me, as a prophet. I don't let people pressure me to minister.
Amen. That's good. Now, if people want to get in contact with you, how can they get in contact with you? Because we have all these books, and the last one we didn't really talk about, but you can also go to her Facebook page. It's Hush Hush, Sense of the Father by Diane Jackson. But if people want to get in contact with you, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, they can go to my Facebook page, Diane Jackson, Diane B. Jackson. I got about 3 different ones, so you can look me up on Facebook. Or you can go to my email. You can email me at kingdomprophetess with one S at yahoo.com. You can get in touch with me and that way. And also my books, you can go on Amazon. Amazon have all of my books. So if you want to purchase a couple of them, is on Kindle Store. The Woman, A Good Thing, Designed by God, is on Kindle Store. And Hush Hush, Sins of the Father is on Kindle Store. So if you want to purchase any of the book, you can go right to Amazon or Create Space. And after a while, they come through the bookstore. Also, what's that, Maple?
Crossroad Bookstore on Maple Avenue in Hillside, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you so much. It is an honor. Listen, I am so honored to interview this woman of God because she lives in Georgia now. So for her to be here on her, not her vacation time, vacation, visiting family, as well as she's also on doing a revival here. So I want to thank you so much, Prophetess Diane Jackson, for being a guest, and I look forward to interviewing you again. Thank you all for tuning in to The Village Drum. I'm your host, Coach Tina Lane. I'm out.